So if the new rumblings are to be believed, Capcom has an absolutely insane lineup of games coming out, and some of these titles that are being rumored are even surprising to me. Now, I had already believed that they were working on a Resident Evil 4 remake. All of the evidence kind of pointed towards that, with them releasing a Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake and how quickly they have been able to get those out. Resident Evil 4 remake seemed like a shoo-in, and a lot of these other titles are incredibly exciting to me. Most notably, one that I always see in the comment section that you guys want, Dragon's Dogma 2 is rumored to be in development. We'll talk all about that. And I also want to give you guys a heads up on the Neo collection. I talked about this a few days ago, but man, really liking what I'm seeing out of the Neo collection. The Neo Twitter account put out some clips of the collection, so obviously it's getting a PlayStation 5 upgrade. We'll talk that in just a little bit. So, new rumblings from Capcom, a release schedule from them, Dragon's Dogma 2, Resident Evil 4 Remake, a brand new Mega Man title, Onimusha, a new title as far as that's concerned, which makes sense because they released the Onimusha remake, or not remake, the remaster. They put that out on PlayStation 4, and generally speaking, a lot of the times when companies do put out remasters, that's kind of to, set the table for what a brand new game can be. That's not always the case. You gotta look at something like Okami HD. Okami HD came out. That didn't set the table for an Okami 2, at least at this stage of the game. Maybe that's something we'll see in the future. Super Street Fighter 6, Final Fight remake, Power Stone remake. Okay, so I don't know if they have all that, but games like Monster Hunter World 2 as well. I think things like Onimusha getting a brand new game, Resident Evil 4 remake, and Dragon's Dogma 2, those seem very tangible, and I think that's a very possible thing to ascertain. Dragon's Dogma 2, for some of you guys, might be like that's reaching a little bit, but what I've noticed about Capcom over the last few years is I believe, this is just what I think, that they are listening to the consumers. They are really taking note on what the consumers want, and Okami is something that, yes, a lot of us do want, but I would have to say that I see a bigger clamoring for Dragon's Dogma 2 than I even do for a new Okami. Maybe that's because Okami at this stage of the game is so old, maybe people gave up hope on that, I don't know. I do still see rumblings of people wanting an Okami 2 or whatever, a follow-up to that. I know some of you guys will bring up Okami then, that wasn't a full-fledged new game to me, but yeah, you get the idea. Dragon's Dogma 2, on the other hand, literally when I talk about Capcom or when I talk about Dragon's Dogma, the remaster, whenever it's on sale or whatever, a lot of you guys in the comment section are like, holy hell, we want a Dragon's Dogma 2, why is it taking so long to get a Dragon's Dogma 2, XYZ. Makes all the sense in the world that is one of those games that they're gonna do that people want. Onimusha, I don't know if Onimusha would be better than a new Okami. I know I circle back to Okami all the time, but Onimusha and Okami are those two franchises that are kind of from the PS2 days, and I guess they want to bring one of those back. A new Onimusha, I think, could be fantastic. I do think Onimusha is a franchise that definitely could resonate with a, 2020 audience, 2021, 2022, 2023, whenever it does come out. I do think it could be good. I do think even for somebody that doesn't know of Onimusha, if you just look at Onimusha modernized, I think that game could do very well from a commercial standpoint, so that makes sense. And yeah, so we'll see how all of that turns out, and of course, a brand new Mega Man, that's something that I would be all over. Whether it be a Mega Man X9, whether it be a Mega Man Battle Network, whether it be a Mega Man Battle Network collection, man, Mega Man is a franchise that I believe Capcom has not done enough justice with, and I don't even feel like these Mega Man games, they're not these gargantuan experiences that I feel like would take millions upon millions of dollars of equity to get off the ground, not like a Resident Evil 4 remake. Resident Evil 4 remake is a gargantuan effort, and that's going to take quite a bit to get that out on the market. These Mega Man games, I would have to think that developing them is not as gargantuan of a cost as some of these other major titles that they're working on, a Monster Hunter, a Resident Evil. All of those titles you would think would cost a lot more equity. That's just my thinking and logic behind it, and I think Mega Man games, there's still definitely an audience for it, whether it be all those collections, we've seen them do pretty well, the Mega Man Zero collection, the X collection, I think Mega Man X9 could sell very, very well. Maybe that's just nostalgia speaking, because Mega Man is one of those franchises I grew up with. I remember, buying all the Mega Man Battle Network games on Game Boy Advance. I remember buying Mega Man Star Force. Mega Man X4 was one of the first games that I remember playing as a kid, so yeah, for me, Mega Man is huge. Maybe I'm overblowing it and that's nostalgia speaking, but I still feel like Mega Man can make an impact in 2020 and, the 2020 decade, let's just say that, because who knows when these games are going to come out. But a lot of exciting stuff from Capcom, and I think Capcom has been on the money for the last few years You know, with Monster Hunter World, the Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 7, Devil May Cry 5, you know, I know a lot of people weren't a big fan of Resident Evil 3. I didn't think it was the worst game in the world, definitely not worth $60, but I still thought it was relatively decent. And I had a good time with it. But yeah, I think Capcom has a lot of potential going forward, so we'll see what they do. Remember that time where Capcom was, like, not everybody's favorite publisher, and I feel like over the last 3 to 5 years, they've really, really turned it around. Probably over the last 3 years, starting off with Resident Evil 7, they really started getting on a roll. Okay, one more thing I do want to note. Neo Collection coming to PlayStation 5 February 5th will include Neo 1, Neo 2, all of the game's respective DLCs. Hopefully it's priced accordingly. I mean, they could price that at $60 probably and get away with it. It'll be interesting if we start seeing these collections at $70. That's something to think about, and I really hope we don't go down that line. You know, so we'll see how that goes. The Neo Twitter account did post some videos of it, and it is looking quite good. Man, it's looking fluid from a gameplay standpoint, and it looks like load times have been shredded quite a bit when you do look at that. Obviously, with the SSD, my experience with the SSD has been very, very positive. I've been playing some PlayStation 4 games just to test them out to see how they run on the PlayStation 5. I've gotten a variety of different experiences. Some games, now they're definitely locked to a 60 FPS. Some games are uncapped from a frame rate standpoint, and now they can be played at a smooth 60 FPS. Wish that was the case for all of these games. I wish they could go back and unlock these frame rates, because it'd be nice to play some of these games again and get a full solid 60 FPS. But hey, obviously, can't get everything in the world. But yeah, really liking the potential of what we can see for these games. It would be nice if all of these upgrades were for free, but hey, I guess it is what it is. I mean, I wasn't really expecting all these upgrades to be for free, given that I am sure these developers and publishers have realized that the market for remasters, upgrades, everything like that, there is a lot of money to be made, and people keep buying them. So hey, it is what it is as far as that's concerned. At least some publishers will offer us some free updates, and we'll get some upgrades and everything like that. I've heard rumblings of an FF7 Remake Definitive Edition already, so we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, Neo Collection, that is looking quite good. Obviously, Neo is going to have some comparisons to Souls, and right now all the talk is on the Demon Souls remake, so we'll see if Neo can get a little bit of steam. But come February, I think most people are going to be finishing up the Demon Souls remake, so I don't think that's the biggest issue in the world. But that is going to wrap up this video. Let me know what you guys think. Dragon's Dogma 2, for those of you guys that I keep seeing in the comment section talking about Dragon's Dogma 2, if it happens, is that going to be your most anticipated game in quite a while? And remember, we had heard Hideaki Itsuno talk about the fact that he did want to do Dragon's Dogma 2 as a game, so, you know, maybe he is getting his wish. That'd be great to see. And the Neo Collection, I think that's not going to be something everybody picks up, just because I don't feel like Neo, you know, is one of those games that the clamoring is there for a collection. Like, that build-up has been there for Mass Effect, just because Neo is still relatively recent, but I think it'll be great on PlayStation 5. So sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.